Hey guys, CommodorePET here and welcome back to another video on my channel, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to win Hive survival games. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're looking at my character and you see I'm only a Hive SG level 15. How am I good at giving SG tips? But hear me out, okay? I've been playing SG longer than the Hive Bedrock Edition server has existed. If you don't believe me, I'll show a bunch of servers I used to play on screen. I've seen many SG servers come and go, and the Hive SG is nothing new. It follows the same concept and ideas as servers before it. So with that out of the way, let's get into the tips. So let's start off with tip number 1, and that's wait to put on your armor you get from spawn. This is very important because Hive SG has a grace period where people can't hit you, but that grace period doesn't stop people from targeting you. So, not putting on your armor for a few seconds will allow you not to be targeted by a Steve with a weapon endlessly clicking and having their eyes set on getting that chain chest plate. Anyways, on to tip number 2. So for tip number 2, it's never hold your weapon. This tip is very important because when you are fighting, you want to have the best advantage over your opponent. And what not holding a weapon does is it makes it so that the person you're fighting can feel confident, maybe causing them to challenge you. And if you're good at PvP, this is what you want. If you are not good at PvP, then holding your weapon or not holding your weapon can also do the opposite thing, making people scared of you because they don't actually know what you have, causing them to run away till the ends of the earth. So tip number 3 is chest roots. Now, chest roots on the Hive are not as crucial as other servers because tier 1 and tier 2 chests basically give the same amount of armor, but chest roots are still important nonetheless because you want to get good armor fast. You want to be able to pick a route that has many chests close together. For example, on SG4 Revamped, I always choose to go to hangars at the airport because of the amount of chests in them. So for tip number 4, it's learn airdrop and cow locations. There's many videos talking about where airdrops and cows spawn, so I'm not going to go into the locations in this video, but anyways, airdrops and cows can give you loot that is hard to find or impossible to find around the map. So I don't think I have to explain how important these items are to go for. The only problem is that they're most likely to have like a few people going for them because, you know, they're very useful. So definitely be careful, especially if you're not that good at PvP. So moving on to tip number 5, it's use your secondaries. Secondaries are important. They allow you to get the upper hand on your opponent, basically. Snowballs can do knockback and make getting combos easier. Bows can do the same as snowballs as well as do damage to your opponent. And cobwebs can stop the player from hitting you as well as getting the player stuck so you can get free hits. Now moving on to tip number 6, we have be aware of your surroundings. This works in 2 ways. The first way is always checking if anyone is around you before you're going for a chest or a dead body. This is very important in SG because you can't tank a ton of hits. If someone surprises you and hits you in the back, you're most likely going to die. The second way where surroundings is important is picking where you are fighting. Don't pick a place to fight where there's a ton of blocks, trees, or enclosed hallways or buildings because all those factors will either stop your combo on the player or you're just basically going to end up trading hits. And, you know, sometimes when you're in a building, you can't run away if you're low health. So moving on to tip number 7, here we have wait to fight in deathmatch. This is something that I see a ton of people overlook. The first person to fight is usually the first person to be targeted or cleaned up. If there's 3 players and you go and kill one, you're going to be low health and clean up by the other person. If you start fighting somebody else, the other person might come in and start hitting you and the other player, and you're going to be low, and you're going to have to be running away, and, you know, this person is going to have the upper hand on basically both of you. So always try to not fight first. Tip number 8 is clean up fights. If you are not good at PvP, being a janitor is going to help you immensely because the other players is not going to be at high health and they're most likely not expecting you to attack and they're just going to be easier to kill, thus giving you an easier win. So anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video of me talking about how to win Hive survival game. Please like and subscribe and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye and have a great day.